Hello, beautiful people. It is 7:07, and it is time for your spiritual reading. I just want you to know that I'm so happy to be here and that I love you all, and I feel like this is an opportunity in my lifetime that I am here with you now. I want to give a shout out to my best friend for over 51 years, Tiny Smith. I love you. Thank you. You are helping me to build this channel. Thank you. I love you. I would like to ask you guys to please like and subscribe and share if you want, please. But what's most important is that you're here with me, and I feel like, well, I'm very, very grateful. Very grateful to God, to the Holy Spirit, to the Creator, to my ancestors, to the spirits that protect me, surround me, and bring me messages. And it's all about love today, right? Love, love, love. The root of everything. The root of everything. If you think about it, I mean, love is what sends us forward into action for whatever we're doing. So today I pulled emergence again, right? Emergence, bringing something into the light, discovering something, realizing something. You know, it's a big deal, emergence. And we know that for the past 20 years we have had a spiritual revolution upon this planet of emergence, and it has caused all kinds of upheavals, separations, and these are things that were prophecy. Remember, even Jesus said, I didn't come to bring you guys together. I'm going to separate you out. I'm going to separate the wheat from the chaff. And so as we talk about separating the wheat from the chaff, what does this mean? You know, God don't ask much. And the most thing he would love to have from you is truth. To be true to yourself and to be true to those around you. And this solves misconceptions and confusion and doubt and all kinds of things, you know. So knowing your truth and your value helps other people to see their truth and value. And the truth is that you are a beloved creature of the universe, and you have the mind of the universe in you. Now, can you imagine that? The mind of the universe. When we think about that, we're talking about something that creates out of nothing. You can create out of nothing. You just begin with the idea, and from there, nothing becomes something. Just like me here with you on the YouTube channel that I thought of, 10 years ago when I lost my home and started walking and seeing all these wonderful, beautiful things that was along my journey. And I thought, I wish I could just take this down and show everybody what I'm seeing, the rivers. We didn't walk through the cities. We walked through the country. We were homeless, but we were the different sort of homeless. We would go into town and panhandle and get supplies, and then we'd go back out to the trails and travel another 20 miles walking, so that would be a day or two, sometimes we'd get more miles in, but hell, we were 50 years old. I weighed 350 pounds, and, that I could even walk was a miracle. So today we're talking about love, the love of life, the love, excitement of a journey, the unknown. I mean, I had no idea what to expect, the unknown. I was homeless. My life was over. I've lost everything. There's nothing left but a backpack on my back, and I'm out here on the road, and what's going to happen? And some of the most gorgeous things in my life, and some of the most beautiful sights, and the greatest people in the world who helped me learn to love myself because they valued me enough to share their resources. They would share resources with me, money, love, hug me. These were all God's people. Jesus' people, God's people, whatever people you want to call these people, people with love in their hearts, and I saw them all across America. So any of you that think that there is nobody out there that cares, let me tell you, God cares. And when God cares, everybody cares. Come here, Daisy. Come here, honey. Come on, Mommy, help you. Come on. Aha. This is Daisy, my little girl. Yes, we found her while we were homeless and took her in. Huh? We find you while we were homeless and took her in? Yes, she's a sweet baby, and I love her very much, and I call her Daisy May. You want to say hi, Daisy? You say hi? Hello? 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 Who is it, Daisy? Is somebody here? And there's Daffy. Yeah, these are my best friends. Yes, I love them very much. Okay. Mwah. Let me set her over here in her chair. Come here, Daff. Come here. I'm sorry, everybody. Here we are, and here is Daffodil. She's a sweetheart, too. And actually, somebody gave her to me while I was on the corner panhandling. She fit in my hand. And I lived in a camper and a truck. But you know what? I said I will take her because I know that ain't nobody going to be as good to her as me. Mwah. And I see a lot of poor people out there with their dogs homeless. And it's a really sad situation. Nobody should be homeless, right? Right? Everybody should have a home. Nobody, not even the worst person in the world. The only reason they're the worst person in the world is because nobody loved them. And love is very important. We got the King of Wands. Look at all that red root chakra love. Everybody thinks love comes from here, the heart. But in actuality, I think love has to move up from our roots. You know, our home life, our childhood. These are where we learn the roots of love. And then, you know, as we grow up and we become an adult, this is where love will rest, you know, because it will move up our chakras and into our heart. And the practice for opening our heart, and that's what we're going to work on today, okay? Open heart work. This King of Wands is an open-hearted, fiery person with much love. So much love you can feel it coming from him, like magnetism love, you know. And this is how we want to vibrate, very high with lots of love. And it's not easy to get there, though. It takes work. We have to work. And when we begin to work on our heart chakra, this is where the healing begins for real. Because it's in our heart where all those things are that have hurt us. Our loneliness, our rejections, our abandonments. You know, it's all stored here in our chakras. And when we get here and we begin to open our heart, and I tell you, my heart opening came through meditation. And my meditation was that for some reason I was, directed spiritually to see my heart as the earth and a flower coming up out of the earth going through my throat chakra. And of course it went straight up, okay? So let's say we're in alignment. And then that flower bloomed in my mind. And I remember this was 10 years ago when I started to do this. So I opened my heart and my mind before I opened my lower chakras. And I just saw myself with this beautiful flower sitting on top of my head and just soaking in the dew of the Most High, the highest consciousness that I could bring into my life. Now, that came down into my heart, And there was a lot of things in my heart that I had to get rid of to make room for. So that required a cleansing. I'm going to draw a card to a fire. Choices. You know, you have to choose to cleanse out the old and get rid of it and let it go so that you can replace it with unconditional love, which brings you to a place of so much understanding for others and, you know, just what can I say? Unconditional. You love everybody and everything. And you get excited and you can't wait. And, you know, these things, this childishness, this child innocence that comes over you. And once your heart is cleansed of all the woundings, all the disappointments, and yes, we go back. Me, I've had experiences that were sexual experiences when I was a child. And the Spirit told me to go back and become that child. And after becoming that child, I, in my day right now, needed to be the mother of that child. So I went back and I mothered my child. And I talked to that child as if she were my child right now with unconditional love. I soothed her. I comforted her. I let her know that I would always protect her from this day forward now that I knew that she was still with me and we would grow together. And so I made a choice. I made a choice to go back and heal my wounds and clear that pain out of my heart and soul. And that helped my little girl to stand up and be counted. She's like, hey, I'm here now. I'm uncovered. You found me. And you realized that you love me. And yes, I realized that, well, not then. This is coming last year. This has been 10 years of work that I have done and accumulated of really hard work of learning to love myself and value myself. And this is what I'm sharing with you, how you too can find your inner child, to find peace, happiness, unconditional love with all those who are around you, no matter who they are. To have mercy and compassion for your fellow man, but first for yourself. If you can't find mercy and compassion and love for yourself, you can't find it for nobody else. Hermit, that's Virgo. I'm a Virgo. And I have been in hermit mode, you know, off and on my whole life. I actually started out, my first memories are as a 5-year-old child, you know, walking along a creek and a river, looking under rocks for crawfish and fish. By the time, you know, and bringing them home to my mom, I was always by myself. I never wanted to be with others. I'm not sure why, but I just, alone, I felt comfortable. And so, you know, going into hermit mode and making a choice to look for your inner child and heal her and love her and help her to step up into your world to help you create a better place is a good effort. It don't take no longer than a minute or two, you know. You just go in there and you meet her and you greet her and acknowledge that she was hurt. Yeah. And then you comfort her and tell her, if you'd have been her mother, what you would have done for her. Or if you could have told your mother what your mother would have done for her or him. Little boys too, little girls and little boys have been hurt, and you will not find your full fulfillment. And nobody can heal these things for you. Not Jesus, not God. Nobody can take away that pain until you go in and talk to her and give her real life material love. Not that you don't get all these from God, but it's up to us to go in and sort these things out so that we can grow. It stops us from growing. It's like putting a lid on top of a tree, you know, something heavy, a rock. And she made it. She jumped up in her chair. So the message today is love. But you know, the first love should be you. And your mother and father should have taught you to love you. But not all of our parents are capable of doing that. They're so busy having to take care of us that love doesn't seem as important as feeding or paying the rent or keeping a roof over our head or making sure we got a car, making sure we got gas. We have to make sure we have these things. And sometimes love gets put on the back burner. And sometimes people don't even know what love is. And what is love? God, I don't know, but it's being okay with everybody and every living creature and thing. It's appreciating every living creature and thing. That's love. Not thinking bad about it, not sending negative energy towards it, because you love yourself so much you don't have time to do that. All you have time to do is think about what you need, what you want to accomplish, how you can overcome. Because once you begin to learn how special and what's in you and between you and God, the things you can accomplish, once you heal your inner child, then, and healing your inner child will take you out of your mind as well. This is 8 of air. This is a mental prison. So sometimes the woundings can keep you in a mental prison. And again, like I say, you have to go in there. You got to go in there and you got to talk to the child and you got to work with the child. Because your child is still there. It never leaves. And if it's been wounded, it will be there at that same age. It won't be able to grow up. It'll be handicapped. And so all children, all adults who have been, let's say all adults who act out of the ordinary, that are, abrasive, have been through some kind of hurt. And they need to work on healing. And the only way to do that, I'm going to say again, to work on your inner child healing, you've got to locate what happened. And then you time travel back to that child. And you talk to that child in spirit. And you can bring that child back with you. It'll come back with you. Love your inner child. Don't stay in a mental prison. Do not let your mind keep you from doing what your heart and your soul need you to do. So this is Valentine's Day, and the word is love, and the love is about you, loving yourself. We're talking about opening our heart today to ourselves and to allow ourselves to find our inner child, that we might find fortune's wheel. You see the wheel? The heart on top of the wheel. I chose the right deck today. Look at that. See the heart on top of the wheel? Yes. And the child in the center? Look. Let me get up there. Do you see it looking at you? Get in there and find that little child, no matter what happened. No matter how you was abandoned, no matter how you were rejected, no matter how you wasn't loved, no matter who hurt you, you go back and pick that child up and you love it. And you can time travel through the metaphysical world back to that memory, back to that child, and let that child know how much you care, and then bring it back with you. 10, the end of, The ending is just a new beginning, but the end of a lot of pain that you carry around. So before you can love anyone else, you really, 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 really have to look in and find the best that you are. Look, we all got good and bad, but look at your good, okay? After you heal that child, you're going to see the good and you're going to find it, because I can't find the good in you if you don't find the good in you. Does that make sense? Yeah, because you got this wall up that I'm no good, or I can't be any good, or nobody loves me, or I'm, I suck, or you say bad things about yourself. Don't you dare do that to that baby. You are a child of God. Do not talk to yourself like that. You tell yourself, I am capable of learning to love myself, and start from there. I am. 7 of fire. Take the high road. That's what that means. 7 of fire is protecting yourself. It's taking the high road. You're taking the high route, okay? It's all about love. Fire, 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 fire. Fire is love. And we got a little air here. That mental prison. Get out of that prison. Go back in time. Time travel, and tell your baby, your child, your inner wounding, and heal them. Heal them. And be this. I thought this was King of Fire. Forgive me. This is the King of Earth. This man can run a family. He knows the best things in life. He loves the best things in life, and he lives for the best things in life. Truth, honor, dignity, and, make a choice. Make a choice to choose to love you, your inner child. Take a dive. Take 1 minute a day alone and go back and remember that baby and love her or him, whoever he is. Get out of your mental prison. Don't think about how bad things are. Go back to your child and love that baby through whatever it went through. Whatever. No matter how old it was. 20, 25, 37, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever your memory is in your mind, the pain where you got hurt. See, those swords represent pain. Those feathers and swords are pains. And heal them. And get on the wheel of fortune. Learn to love yourself. That's the wheel of fortune. Value. Valuing. Take the high ground. Be the unicorn. Be unusual and unique and learn to love yourself. That's really weird, isn't it? To be unusual, unique, and learning to love yourself. To go back and take care of that baby. That is a unicorn. You're expecting somebody else to do it? Jesus, God, Buddha? No, we do the work. That's why we're not in the garden yet. You guys are lazy. Get your butt up and learn to love yourself. It's not that hard. And be the King of Fire. Be magnetic. When you learn to love yourself, everybody else is going to love you. You go heal that baby. You say, nobody loves me. I'm not loved. Boo-hoo-hoo. Do you love yourself? Should anybody love you if you don't love yourself? Why should we waste our time? You ain't wasting yours. Right? Right. Well, today I used the good tarot, okay, everybody, because I wanted to give this message of Ace of Fire is yes, 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 yes. That's what that means. That means yes. Go back and comfort that child as if you were the parent. Do what you would have done if you were the parent to that hurt baby. Yeah, I was neglected, had a narcissistic mother. My mother was a playgirl, and she took me with her everywhere she went to meet her boyfriends and stuff. It wasn't happy. And then I would tell my dad, and my dad would be angry, and they would bite, and my mom hated me. And, so I know life is not always easy, and there are complications. Life is not clean. It's a messy place, and that's why we have to learn unconditional love for ourselves so that we can have unconditional love for others while we clean this place up. The earth needs a good cleaning, a broom, and everything needs to be swept out. Cobwebs everywhere, man, spiders and snakes and stuff running around and people not able to tell their truth. And, it's just a real sad world that we're bringing children into. But we can change it, and we can, and we will. I'll not stop. I'm in the chariot. I'm on my way. I just said I won't stop, then I pulled the chariot. You see, I'm moving forward. I'm going to change the world, and I know we all need to do it together. So I'm calling you out. Work on your baby. Take care of that child so that you can take care of others and help others learn to take care of their child. Get on the chariot and move. Move forward. Yeah, you can see I am a passionate person. I have lots of love, but let me tell you something. I'm also, I don't take a whole bunch of poop anymore. No, not at all. If you love yourself, then I'll love you. But if you can't love yourself, I'll be damned if I'm going to waste my time. Because you're just going to hurt me and hurt me and hurt me. Hurt people hurt other people. Do you know that? Take responsibility for your pain. Okay. Yeah, we all have to go through it. Nobody gets out of it. We all go through the pain. See my flowers and my trees? Yes, and look, I want to show you my rocks. I love these rocks. See, you get it on there? Look, be the unicorn. Be a unicorn. Learn to love yourself, right? Learn to love you with as if you were God. And that's the whole key, because your inner child is God. So be a tree of life. Do the good thing. You're not born in sin. You're beautiful. You're born in the image of God. It tells us that in the first chapter. After that, it was a hijack. We got hijacked, people. Come on. Think about it. I love you. God bless you. Woo! Happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.